What's up, guys? Hello, back again.
My
eyebrows are not done. I'm in my natural environment, so just leave me alone. Hello, if you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Youkeyy, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Little bit out of breath there. In today's video, it's a little bit of a different scene. Right now, we are in my bathroom, el baño, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I clean my makeup brushes. This is actually not even all of them. There is another way that I like to clean my brushes when I want them to be cleaned really quickly, but I will be showing you that in another video. But today the brushes are actually going to be touched with water for the first time in a while. I'm not gonna say how long because you guys are not gonna clock me in the comments. I use the Sigma brush cleaning mat. This is the express one. It's the, I guess, kind of travel size version of it. It's much smaller. The original is a lot bigger. I also use the Sigma Sig Magic brush shampoo. This is the one that's the liquid. They also have a foam one. I have that as well. So here we have one of my dirty eyeshadow brushes. And I like to wet the brush a little bit. Taking my Sig Magic brush shampoo. I don't know if you guys can see, but right here it says wash eyes and up here it says rinse eyes. This mat is quite old. I've been using it for a few years now, so she's a little bit worn. So I'm just gonna squirt and then swirl it around. After I'm done swirling the brush on the wash eyes section and I feel like it's clean enough, I then go to the rinse eyes section and swirl the brush into the textured surface over there. And then I'll run the brush under the water as well while going into the rinse eyes section. So that way it's getting rid of all the makeup and dirt off the brush even faster. But I try to make sure that I don't get any of the water like past this point, simply because I've been to, I think it's called a Vero. It ruins the integrity of the brush and your bristles will start to come out. So you definitely do not want to dry your brushes this way, like in a cup. You want to dry your brushes while they're in a downward motion. That way, as it's drying, all the water is coming down and out of the brush instead of drying it upside down, where the water will actually go into the Vero and ruin the glue that holds the brush bristles together. And even though this brush is cleaned, it's stained from the pigment of the eyeshadow. I mentioned this in my 5 cheap makeup hacks in 90 seconds video, but this is one of my brush guards. I love these things. It goes over on this end and you just bring it all the way down. This drying cup is also from the brush guard and I just put it in here. And the brushes dry upside down and the water goes out instead of going into the Vero. These brush guards do come in different sizes depending on the kind of brush that you're cleaning. So just a little heads up. Pause. Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention is you do not want to be one of those people who washes their brushes in the wrong way. And there's no wrong way to wash your brushes, but there is a way you can wash your brushes that can ruin them. So you definitely do not want to be one of those people who submerges their brushes underwater. Once water goes in here, your glue will start to just disintegrate and you'll see brush bristles just start to fly all over the place. So you don't want to do that. I know we all want to slay, we all want to look good, we all want to be beat, but I kind of feel like it's time to go back to basics a little bit, just because there's so many people who are doing makeup now, but there may not be as many like newer videos that shows you the not so fun part of being able to do your makeup and take care of your brushes and tools and all that stuff.
Manansi, 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 sa.
sorry, but my vlog camera died. These are all my eyeshadow brushes so far, drying in the cup. This one is double-sided. That's why you can see. Yeah. Before I was introduced to the Sigmagic brush shampoo, I was actually using a mixture of dishwashing soap and olive oil to wash my brushes all the time, and it never failed me. So that was why I put that in that cheap makeup hack video as well. For many, many, many years, I was just using dishwashing soap and olive oil or any other kind of oil I could get my hands on. This is the plate that I use only for washing my brushes. I already put some dishwashing soap on there. I'm just basically showing you guys what I do. You don't have to do this, but some people did say that they wanted to see how I do this. And add a little bit of olive oil, not too much. So I'm just gonna kind of let the olive oil run into the dishwashing soap. Brushes like this, like highlighter brushes, powder brushes, I usually only clean with the Sigma brush cleaning shampoo. So these I will not be using the dishwashing soap and oil on them. But some of these other ones I will be, because, you know, foundation has been on them, cream contour has been on them, concealer has been on them. And as I mentioned, you can use either or for cleaning your brushes. There are many different brush cleaning methods out there. This is just how I do mine. This is my really, really dirty foundation brush. Where the oil and the dishwashing soap meet, I'll swirl it. By the way, I initially found out how to do this from YouTube many, many years ago, but I went to try to find the original video and I couldn't. I almost feel like it was Michelle Phan who did it, but I'm not 100% sure. But I feel like it was her video that I initially learned how to clean my brushes from using this method. Before I got the brush cleaning mat, I used to just swirl it around in the palm of my hand. But after doing this for a while and after doing it with a lot of brushes, your palm will get tired. So that is where my brush cleaning mat comes in. I just swirl it around. And this right here is the face side to wash face brushes. And I do get pretty rough with this, and I just kind of go all over the place with my face brushes. I don't really have a particular method. Same thing, I'll just run it under some water. Go in the rinse section. So after I've squeezed out the excess water, I just like to take a paper towel and squeeze out any of the extra water that might be on there. And here we have a clean foundation brush. So the reason I use a brush guard is because it's really sturdy. I've been using them for years, but you can also use these mesh sleeves. They're super duper cheap. They are more flimsy though, in my experience, so just to be aware, but they expand to any size. However, because they come in this one size, at least these ones that I got from Amazon anyway, they're not ideal for really, really tiny eye brushes. I'll show you an example of the mesh with this brush. So this is a mesh sleeve. It does hug it really tightly, but as you can see, it bends once it touches the surface compared to the brush guard. So you can still use these, they are still effective. The reason you want to use a brush guard or a mesh sleeve is so that your brushes retain their shape while they dry, or else the brush bristles are just going to be all over the place. And when you go to try to use your brush, it's not going to be in its original shape. So this will help to retain shape. I also wanted to show you how I clean my beauty sponges using this mixture. First off, I make sure that the sponge is completely wet, and then I dab it into the mixture of the soap and the oil and just kind of rub it all over. And then I go in and squeeze it under running water multiple times. And in any stubborn spots, sometimes I'll even use the larger texture of the brush cleaning mat from Sigma and just kind of use a bit of that friction to get some of the gunk and makeup off of the sponge. I do know that the whole putting your sponge inside of a microwave thing is kind of like the trend right now, but I personally have not tried it. I feel like you really need to have fun when you're trying to clean your brushes, because it's probably the most dreadful thing of being able to do your makeup. I haven't vlogged in a while, so holding this camera up with my arm it's a little bit cumbersome. It's a little bit not cool. I will be filming another video about how I clean my makeup brushes quickly. This is when like I'm filming multiple videos and I need them cleaned without having to wait for probably like a day or two for all of the water to dry off. It's just a brush cleaning solution, to be honest, but I'll have up that video another time if you guys want it. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please do not forget to give it a big thumbs up and comment down below in the comment section to let me know what you think. Follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Youkeyy_, and I'm also on Facebook and Snapchat as well. So I hope you found this video useful. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you in the next one, Lord willing. Stay blessed. Bye.